Hi Internet, my name is Scott and this is my review of the Australian Voice Party. The Australian Voice political party is one of our 54 political parties in the country. I'm currently reviewing all of them because we have an election next week, a federal election, the 2013 federal election. And most people have only heard of a few parties, so I'm going through them all and working out what makes them tick, and have done a lot of research, and this is what I found on the Australian Voice Party. Okay, so basically the party I'd consider them slightly conservative. The party's ideals are basically agriculture and food safety. They are interested in supporting the military. They're anti the carbon tax. They're very much for I guess, putting in democratic transparency, making government more honest, I guess, and more accountable for their actions. They also, in other areas, they want to support more rail infrastructure, and they support tertiary education. Okay, the Australian Voice Party, now they were founded in 2010. Their president is a guy called Keith Douglas, and some of their other notable MPs, they have a candidate whose name is James Kavanagh, I think. I've got it here somewhere. Just bear with me and I'll find it. Sorry, Jamie Kavanagh. He's a former independent, but he also was a member of the Katters Australia Party. So he's been in politics a little while. The party, I think, is based in Queensland. They're certainly, I think they've got a strong presence in the north of Australia, or their strongest presence is in the north of Australia. And the party seems to have a very strong agricultural focus, a very strong country focus. They're largely concerned with rural life. The party has an increase, they call for a significant increase in funding for the supporting of farmers in need. They also want to see increases of funding again for light rail infrastructure to get better rail services to country towns. They want to support the military, and they like an increase to the pension. On immigration now, this is where it gets controversial. So, firstly, the party believe that migrants to Australia, quote, must speak or learn English, end quote. And they have what struck me as a controversial policy in relation to Indigenous affairs. Now I'm going to quote this. Their Indigenous policy proposes, quote, aquaculture and hydroponics ventures to provide Australia with a fully sustainable industry that can support organic seafood and vegetables, end quote. That's in their Indigenous Australia policy. That's their solution to Indigenous unemployment. That's all they've got on Indigenous policy. Don't mind the literacy rates, the health issues. For me, it's a much bigger issue than people waiting around wanting to become aquaculture and hydroponics farmers. And I think I suspect that they probably haven't consulted too many Indigenous communities by making that one. Anyway, what else? Look, one of their really noble points is they're very much for the gearing of Parliament towards greater honesty. And some of their reforms they'd like to see in place is they would like to put a prohibit on donations to political parties from companies, trade unions, and foundations. So the Australian Independence, the Australian Independents is another political party who have a similar agenda, but it's to me it's quite a noble one. They don't want governments to be influenced by external interests. They don't want corporate interest to become prevalent because someone's paying them to say something. So that's really nice. They're also for the Australian Voice Party, they're also for the abolishment of any special retirement or pension benefits for politicians. So that's pretty much the Australian Voice Party. If you want to find out more, please check out the party website, which is in the comments of this video. And if you want to find out more of my videos, please check out my YouTube channel, and you can like this video if you liked it, and feel free to share it. And I'll see you at my next party review really soon. Okay, thank you.